Hey guys, it's Ben89 here, and welcome to this Vampyr Honest Review. The game came out today on Xbox One, PS4 and PC. It's developed by Dontnod Entertainment, which is the same studio who made Life is Strange, and the game is published by Focus Home Interactive. Now, Vampyr is an action RPG that takes place in London during the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic. You play as Jonathan Reed, the doctor who recently turned into a vampire, and the choices you make will have huge consequences, not only on your progression, but also on the citizens that you're supposed to protect. But we'll talk a little bit more in detail about the game story in a minute. For now, let's just start with the graphics. The game runs on the Unreal Engine 4 and the graphics are good, but the animations can be average, especially during dialogues. But that's not really what bothered me, because the real issue I had with the game is that the frame rate isn't stable at all on PC. I first started playing in 1080p ultra settings, then I slowly switched to medium settings, but the FPS didn't improve that much, so I switched back to ultra. Because optimization wise, things aren't that good. The game is super demanding, but maybe an upcoming update will fix some of these issues, or at least minimize them. But for now, whether you're on PC, Xbox One or PS4, you're gonna experience some frame drops here and there, even though on consoles the game runs at 30 FPS. That being said, all around, I don't know about you guys, but I really like the graphics, so they're gonna get a 9 out of 10. Moving on to the sound, and we're gonna start with music. It's almost always sad and it can get depressing at some point, but considering there's a flu pandemic and people are dying left and right, I think Olivier de Rivière did a pretty good job on the soundtrack, so I'll let you listen to the game audio a little bit and then we'll talk about the sound effects.
Killed, extorted, stole. Now I die. Fuck it.
And when it comes to the sound effects, whether you're just walking in the street or fighting some monsters, everything just sounds great. I mean, almost everything, because some voice actors don't sound that convincing. Since you're gonna be talking to tons of people to investigate some stuff or just to know them better before you feed on them, it's a really good thing that the voice actors did a good job. I mean, for the most part at least, so that's why I'm gonna give the sound an 8.5 out of 10. Now, like I said earlier, you play as a doctor who recently turned into a vampire, and since you're still a doctor, you're supposed to help others, unless you want to be more powerful. So you kill the community members, which can give you a huge amount of experience. I mean, the amount of experience you get will depend on how well you got to know them before drinking their blood. Now, experience points can be used to upgrade your skills and also unlock new ones, but keep in mind that killing important members or just too many members will result in chaos. And apart from that, the game also has a crafting system that allows you to upgrade your weapons and make some useful items to heal yourself or temporarily boost some of your abilities. Last but not least, when it comes to the combat system, it reminded me a lot of Bloodborne and Dark Souls, which in my opinion is a really good thing. I mean, you can also try to be stealthy and avoid some enemies, or just attack them by surprise, which will allow you to stun them and then bite them and drain their blood. Now, the only thing that bothered me is the camera. Sometimes it gets stuck in a corner and it can get you killed, but other than that, I first played the game with the mouse and keyboard combo, then I switched to the Xbox One controller, and I have to say I had fun playing it both ways, so the gameplay is gonna get a 9 out of 10. It will probably take you between 15 and 30 hours to finish Vampyr. Now, if you really like the game, you could first finish it the easy way, and by that I mean that you would feed on people to gain XP and level up faster. Then the second time you could let the game challenge you a lot more by playing it without killing community members, and most importantly by making different decisions. So I'm gonna give the replayability a 7 out of 10. Moving on to the fun factor, and like I said earlier, I had tons of fun playing Vampyr. Side quests have a real meaning since they help you know people better, which will then allow you to get more experience if you decide to kill them. The main story is very interesting, and if you like action RPG or vampire games, you'll have tons of fun playing this one, so the fun factor is gonna get a 9 out of 10. Last but not least, when it comes to the value for money, on Steam the game costs $50 and on consoles it goes for $60, so if you like what you've seen so far, you should probably pick it up, because in my opinion, Vampyr is a game worth buying. That's why I'm gonna give the value for money an 8 out of 10. If you like Dark Souls and if you like vampires, then you'll probably love Vampyr. It's actually refreshing to finally see a game that puts emphasis on the story while having a good combat system. In my opinion, it just makes the game so much fun, and that's why I'm gonna give it an 8.4 out of 10. I hope you find this review useful, and if you tried the game for yourself, let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. Special thanks to the publisher Focus Home Interactive, who provided me with a review copy yesterday, which allowed me to upload this review right on time. By the way, don't forget to leave a like if you found this review useful. It's been Hitman89. See you guys very soon.
Squad team, my brothers, I'm out here trying to run us. The rest of y'all trying to trump us, but it's hands up, no handouts, no stand-ins. I stand out. I built this bitch from the ground up. I got the plans out. This my house. I came in this bitch with a dream and a fifth. Only people I trust is my team and my bitch. Every night it was Curry. Now I cannot miss. R.I.P. to you haters, you will not be missed.